Hello guys, Brad here again, and I have another fragrance review for you today, and this is going to be based off of some samples that I purchased on eBay, and this is by a fragrance called Kiton Men, and I don't believe anybody's actually reviewed this fragrance on YouTube yet, which is kind of surprising to me. I think maybe one of the problems is that it is kind of difficult to find samples of this one, but of late I have seen some of these samples popping up on eBay, so maybe now is a good time for other people in the fragrance community to look into this one. And this is kind of what the bottle looks like here on the back, if you can see that. Um, the juice is kind of like a amber color. And I'm also going to be reviewing the flanker Kiton Men Black in the future, which is one that has been getting a little bit of attention, but overall the house has been rather neglected in the fragrance community, unfortunately. So hopefully that'll change. But anyway, this one came out in 1996 and was classified as a woody chypre. Top notes are sage, bergamot, Amalfi lemon with pineapple. Middle notes lily of the valley and violet, and in the base we have musk, oak moss, Virginia cedar, and tonka bean. And base notes 19 positives, 9 neutrals, and only 3 negatives. So yeah, this is a very high quality fragrance from the designer market. You do get a lot of the violet leaf, so it's a very nice spring-like fragrance. Kind of like a soft leafy feel to it. There is some sweetness there from the tonka bean and the citrus, which is like an orange pineapple kind of a citrus. I do see comparisons to Green Irish Tweed, even a little bit of comparison with Fahrenheit. Um, in my experience, I would say the fragrance that I'm most reminded of is Bond Number 9's Shea Bond. So if you tried Shea Bond and you smelled it, specifically the dry down where it kind of gets sweet, it kind of gets into like this Kiton Men smell. Al did a review of Shea Bond, and he kind of said it had like a butterscotch kind of a smell. That's kind of what it is, like almost like a very, um, manly butterscotch kind of a smell to it. Um, not too bad. I'm not sure if it's my favorite take on Violet Leaf personally, but I've worn it and it's okay. I don't remember getting any compliments on it. I'm not really sure how the co-workers felt about it overall. I know one girl at work said, "I can smell you," which didn't really help me much. And if I did get any comments, they didn't seem to be overly positive or remarkable. So I don't really know what to think there. But um, if you like kind of like sweet smells, this is kind of like a good sweet citrus smell for the springtime. So something to think about if you like violet leaf smells. Let me get some grades here. The smell, let me give it 6.5 out of 10. Like I said, not my favorite take on violet leaf. Kind of remind me of Shea Bond, which I didn't like a whole lot either. But for the price point, I would take Kiton Men over Shea Bond. So if you like Shea Bond and were kind of on the fence about buying it, you might want to check this one right here as an alternative. Um, Versatility, I'm going to give it 7.5. I kind of think it could be a signature scent, especially for the work environment where, you don't have to worry too much about the seasons anyway. Just a nice, pleasant, professional kind of a smell, kind of a soft smell. Protection, longevity, I'm going to give it 7.5. And actually, when I applied this fragrance at first, I was kind of heavy on it because people were kind of like, well, it's not real strong, but it does kind of give like a cloying feel to it, even though it doesn't feel really heavy. So people do seem to notice it, even though you may not personally notice it a whole lot on yourself. So I would say a lot more, remarkable in the longevity projection department than you might give it credit for. So at least a 7.5 in that regard. Uniqueness, again, 7.5. I don't think a lot of people have even smelled Shea Bond. So if a fragrance reminds somebody of Shea Bond, that's really not, a generic thing at all, because Shea Bond is, different enough that I don't think it could really make it too generic. The price point, I think we're looking around maybe $60 to $80 for a bottle. So, we're getting into like Dior and Chanel prices here. So maybe like a 6 out of 10 for price point. So overall, I'm going to give this one about 7 out of 10. Probably not something that I would buy, but I can see why a lot of people would like this one. No, Kiton makes suits. You can see the suit there. So if you're into like the suit and tie kind of fragrances, like the Chanel's, the Dior's, that kind of thing, this is one that kind of fits right in there with that. Violet leaves, citrus, and tonka bean. But I don't know. I mean, I've tried other tonka bean fragrances, and the tonka bean didn't really smell like a traditional tonka bean. It almost came across more like an amber smell to me. So that's pretty much all I have to say. I'm glad I finally had a chance to check out a Kiton fragrance, and I give it 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.